What if your business can make money and an impact at the same time? Well, good morning on this Monday morning, and this is the subject of conversation this morning. Happy Monday to you and those who are fathers and who played the father role. Happy belated Father's Day. And I hope that you had a great day and you are recognized for the man that you are in the life of others that you are impacting. And now we want to talk about another form of impact this morning, and that is the business impact that you can have on the next, the next person that is assigned to you in life. And over here with Biz Strategy Sandy, we always talk about purpose. We talk about what is the purpose of you. Do you know your purpose? And your purpose to me is connected to what are you supposed to be doing financially. Deuteronomy 8:18 says God has given us the ability to create wealth. And I do believe that the ability comes from our gifts and talents and our callings. So let's horn in on that. Let's talk about that. Let's listen in. And I got a few things that you must know about you and you must do in order to be able to make it happen. Okay. So out here in the world, a lot of us want businesses. We want to start them, but we're not doing them and we're not taking the proper road in order to be able to get there. So we're going to talk about a few of them this morning. And if you get in line with some of these things, it's going to bless you. It will help you. And so our focus is the business of impact and making money at the same time. Okay. Now, in a business, let's talk about this first of all. A business is a problem solving mechanism, right? And it's a mechanism. It can be an enterprise. It can be, something. It can be a corporation, whatever it is. Everywhere business is done, it is solving a problem. Okay. Now, every problem can't be solved by everyone. That's why God created us with special gifts and talents. He created us with special gifts to be able to do and help others, right? And so, with that being said, is we have a lot of work to do in order to be able to realize that we are here for such a time as this, and we're here for a reason, and not only a season, but we're here for a gigantic reason. And most of us, we don't understand that. And I know that we're searching for it. I really do, because I've done the research and I see that we are really searching for something higher than us, where you have it right before you. You have your gifts and your talents. It's just that you need to know what they are. And I'm not here to tell you this morning what they are or where you can find them, but I am here to tell you to that you can do something with them and be encouraged that you can possibly make money and be able to solve your problems as well. And that might be survival, money problems or money issues. But I'm saying that's not the only reason you need to do what you do. So, right. So let's think about business and impact. And so when we think about that is we will be more, succumb to staying in our lanes, making things, doing things that's going to be definitely in our scope of genius. Okay, because we all have a genius. Yay, clap yourself, give yourself a hand clap, because you are a genius. You're a genius of whatever you have that gifting in. You just got to harness that genius, and you got to do the things in your genius that is going to be an impact for others, right? So this is what we're going to talk about this morning: getting that money at the same time, making an impact. All righty. So now, after we know that, um, after we realize that we have the gift and we have the talent, we know what we're supposed to do, and we need to start doing it, right? You need to ask yourself three questions, three brilliant questions that need to be asked by you. Three. Okay. All righty. Now, there are in business, how are you going to make that impact? Why are you doing what you're going to do? Why are you doing it? Who do you have in mind? This will help you solve the problem of those customers, because if you know who you're doing, why you're doing it, and who you're doing it for, they're gonna be drawn to you, and you're gonna be, and you're gonna be successful in whatever you do. Now, and then also thinking about the people that you're serving by building a community, by building up. So you got to connect with people. Like now I'm here this morning, I'm connecting with you. I'm building up the connection, and I'm discovering the mission that you have and that you want to make an impact on, or the problem that you want to solve, right? And the third thing is very powerful for you, because it's going to help you in so many ways. It's going to help you from burnout. It's going to help you from just going all over the place and not accomplishing anything and not getting anywhere. Your impact without any money is just going to be burnout. So you have to get and structure everything in a way that you're going to make an impact. And number two, you're going to make some money, right? So that's going to be a part of the whole conglomerate here of what we're going to discuss this morning. And then also, you have to know your mission and know how you're going to generate some income. Let's say, for instance, how you going to generate? Well, how am I going to get these customers? What am I going to create in the process? And oh, by the way, you are a creative being, whether you realize that or not. You're very creative, right? You be creating when you don't know you're creating. Isn't that something? All right. And so being a visionary of such as yourself, if you are a visionary, you're entrepreneur, you want to make an impact, you think about things all the time, but you just don't know how to piece them together. These are some things that I want you to remember, so where you can get out of your own way. Let's say, get out of your own way. Comment, get out of my way. Get out of my way. Let's say GOOMW. GOOMW. Put in GOOMW. All right. Get out of my own way. Now, don't wait for things to be perfect, because perfection, it leads to procrastination. You procrastinate when you're wanting things to be perfect. I've had some of my customers and my clients, they are so particular of being perfect until their mind is so clouded and they can't get anywhere. So I know from firsthand in working with clients and working with people that this is definitely a way to be stagnant and not get anything done. The next thing that I do is this is a mistake that I don't want you to make, because I've seen it made so many times before. Focusing too much on your passion and not a business model. People, you have to let the people that know what business is all about. Like, for instance, with me working with clients, I get so much passion sometimes from some of them till they don't understand. They try to tell you what the business model is. And I'm like, well, why did you come to me if you think you got all the answers? And they'll say, well, no, I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to do it this way. Sometimes you have to be coachable, and you have to let others tell you and give, especially if it's someone that you want them to help you get somewhere. You got to let them help you get there. And you can't be telling them what to do. And then also another mistake is not charging enough for the value that you're giving. I'm not saying the value in you. I'm saying the value in what they're getting from you. Sometimes I, work with people, try to give them an incentive and try to over deliver in a sense sometimes, but that's not appreciated. It really isn't. Sometimes it's not appreciated, and then you would have charged way below your value, and then at the same time it's a double whammy for you, because the people that's receiving the overflow is still not, they just didn't understand, they didn't get it from the beginning, and then you've undercharged at the same time. So you've made you made that ultimate mistake all the way around. And then also, the lack of visibility. Sometimes I'm not saying that my customers, that I want them to be all over the place, but you have to spend money in your marketing. You have to spend money in getting where people can see you. You have to get yourself out there. If you are an introvert in business, you have to use a business model that's going to get your business out there and may not have your face to it. Okay. So that doesn't mean that you won't be able to be visible just because you don't want to get in front of the camera and you don't want to get in front of anything. But yes, it will benefit you if you come up with a visibility plan for your business. Okay. So that is a major mistake too. You're waiting on perfection, focusing on too much passion, and not, your business model, not charging enough for your value, and not understanding and seeing the value in it, and then the lack of visibility. Those are the things that is in the mistake category. Don't ever, 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 never, ever, 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 ever do that. Okay. Now, let's turn these visions into the business model. Let's talk about the business model because we just kind of talked about it a little bit. Let's discuss the business model. Your business model is going to be, how are your values going to line up with the products and the services that you're going to, have, that you're going to give? And that means you got to set SOPs in place. You got to set things in place that you can do a one-way communications with your customers. One-way communication. And let me tell you how that will help you too in the long run. That's going to help you even when you are here approaching grants, approaching other companies, and they're going to see how your values are aligned out with your products and services. And that's sending a clear message to you, to them, and to you and your future clients of just how you guys y'all can work together in a sense. Okay. And it'll help your income too. Okay. And then also crafting your offer. Like with me, my offer is the business plan spectrum. It's from the beginning of your business into the end, to getting you out here making your money. It's the administrative piece. That's one of the most important pieces to any business. And a lot of people just don't want to take the time to get it all together. So that's why the value that I offer and that I give to my clients, I know is bar none. And people in it that do the same thing that I do, it's priceless. It really is. Especially if you are in business, it's priceless. I can't stress to you how priceless it is. Yeah. And then also telling a story behind your business, your brand, with heart and authority. So telling the vision, the stories, the story position. It's just like with me, with my brand, I've been doing this for fun for years. And I loved writing business plans. And as I was in my own business, yes, I wasn't trying to write a business plan and hadn't started a business. I've been in business for years, in a brick and mortar for a long time. And then I was writing business plans for others. And so when social media started doing the live streaming, I came out and I started, doing things in that arena, just talking, tips and talking about the business planning process and how it's so important and all those great things that I was doing in that arena. And it made all the difference in the world to help me grow my company. And I am glad I made that move, and I'm glad I took that, step. So with that being said, those are just the 5 that we'll talk about today, but the business and the impact of it in your money, that's how you begin. And we'll be back tomorrow to kind of talk about some other things that we got to do that's going to be, we can sit back and we can sit and get everything together, but we're going to talk about some action things that we got to do. And we'll talk about those tomorrow morning. And so remember that you were created for greatness, people. You have to do what you were put here to do. And you weren't put here to not do anything. You were put here to be marvelous and magnificent in this world. And you have something that we need. So if you can just discipline yourself get your act together, do the things that you need to do to be able to manifest those things that you so need to be doing, then the world will be better because you will be doing what you were called to do. You will be obedient to the call of God on your life. And that's the sum it up. That's the wrap it up. And that's basically all I have to say on that. So anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And if you want any free resources to help you, you can go to my website. It's there for you to get yourself up and running. It's there for you to get going. Just click the link wherever you see the bio or wherever you see my information. Click the link, go and get the free resources. They're going to help you get to where you need to be. And that's all to it. Okay. And I'll see you on tomorrow morning. And any questions or anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And like I said, you were created for greatness, and we're going to get there. We're going to get that other multiple streams of income, those other sources of income for you to be able to get out here in the world and do what you were created to do. How about that? All righty. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.